Feet are not just limbs, they are our freedom. Imagine if one day you could no longer move freely and had to rely on crutches, a loved one, or even be unable to move at all despite support. Would that be really sad? Very sad. After 60, these once easy movements can start to feel like challenges, not just because of age, but because our leg muscles begin to weaken unless we take action. Strong legs mean more than mobility. They mean independence. Whether it's stepping into the bathtub without holding onto the railing or getting out of a chair without using your hands, your legs are the pillars of your independence. But the importance goes beyond movement. It's also about safety. Strong quadriceps and hamstrings act as your personal fall protection system, stabilizing your body and helping you recover if you stumble. Strong leg muscles do more than just help you walk. They allow you to land safely and even help you get back up after a fall. For seniors, every ounce of increased leg strength is a step closer to injury risk. Below the surface, strong legs also help your blood circulate. Leg muscles act as a second heart, pushing blood back to your chest, reducing swelling and preventing fatigue. And when your leg muscles are active, they help balance your blood sugar, literally pulling glucose from your bloodstream and supporting insulin function. In this way, your legs are metabolic powerhouses, essential for energy, circulation, and stability. Need proof that strength is still possible after 60? Just look at older athletes. One 80-year-old can walk with a cane, while another runs in running shoes, lean and strong. The difference isn't luck, it's leg strength. Across the globe, there are people in their 80s, 90s, and even 100s who are still active, climbing stairs, hiking, or dancing. Not because they've escaped old age, but because they've trained their legs to overcome it. This chapter isn't just about anatomy. It's about regaining your ability to move, live, and thrive. Age can change many things, but with care and effort, leg strength isn't one of them. The role and significance of your feet is so great, but when they start to show signs of abnormality, it starts quietly. Maybe you find it takes a little more effort to get up from a low chair, doing everyday tasks becomes more strenuous, or your feet become more sore, tired, or numb. Or perhaps you feel off balance when stepping on an uneven surface. These early signs often go unnoticed, dismissed as nothing more than just getting older. But these little struggles are not harmless. They are signals from your body, gentle warnings that your foundation is weakening. And if we continue to ignore them, the consequences can gradually take root and grow. What starts as a minor inconvenience can quickly escalate. One day you reach for the banister. A few months later, you're avoiding stairs altogether. Fear of falling creeps in, and with it hesitation, less walking, less going out, more sitting. This fear, though understandable, starts a dangerous cycle. The less we move, the weaker our legs become. Muscle loss accelerates. Soon daily tasks, which used to feel so natural, begin to require assistance. What was once freedom becomes dependence. This isn't just about strength, it's about the gradual shrinking of life itself. Decreased activity leads to isolation. It erodes independence and gradually rewrites what you believe your body can do. But the truth is, it's not too late. Medical research has shown that even in our 80s and 90s, we can regain meaningful strength. With the right exercises, muscles can be rebuilt, nerves can be rewired, mobility can return. Step by step, repetition by repetition, daily movement by movement, you can break the cycle. Consistency is key. Every time you move, you strengthen the mind-muscle connection. Not only are you strengthening your legs, but you're also strengthening your freedom to engage in the life you love. Whether it's walking on the beach, traveling to see loved ones, or kneeling down to hug your nephew, strong legs will help you have these moments. And perhaps most importantly, they allow you to stay where your heart is, at home, living life on your own terms. No need for grab bars in the shower. No need to wait for someone else to help you up. We hope that through the sharing in this video, You will not let distractions get in the way, but try to take action for healthy legs, for a more independent life. Take action, because the legs you strengthen today will lead you to the life you still deserve to live fully. The journey to strong legs in later life begins with one essential act: understanding. Too often, we accept weakness and imbalance as unavoidable consequences of aging, but knowledge reveals a different path. When you truly grasp why leg strength declines, what's happening inside your muscles, your nerves, your joints, you shift from being a passive observer of aging to an empowered participant. This awareness is the first step toward lasting mobility and independence. Aging does bring changes, but they are not as limiting as many believe. Muscles may lose mass, joints may stiffen, and nerves may slow their signals. Yet none of these processes doom us to frailty unless we neglect them. The real danger lies in inaction. Most of the dramatic strength loss seen in seniors is not because of age itself, but because of decades of underuse. Our bodies were designed to move, and when we stop moving, we send the message that we no longer need strength. The body, always efficient, begins to let it go. That's why daily physical activity is not just a suggestion, it's a biological necessity. Movement nourishes the joints, activates nerve pathways, and tells the muscles, stay strong. And we don't need to look far for proof. Across parks, gyms, and sidewalks, we see seniors in their 70s, 80s, and beyond walking briskly, lifting weights, stretching with intention. Their vitality is not luck, it's practice. They are living examples that aging and decline are not the same thing. The truth is simple and powerful. Muscle does not have a fixed expiration date. With consistent attention, your legs can defy their birth certificate. You can preserve your power, stability, and grace long into the years many others accept decline. But it takes more than wishing. It takes knowing, moving, and caring. And the reward? A life where your body still serves your spirit, where your legs still carry your dreams. To protect something as vital as your legs, you must first understand what threatens them. By uncovering the 6 primary reasons for leg strength decline after 60, you give yourself the power to act, not react. These aren't abstract medical theories. They are real changes happening quietly in your body, with real consequences for how you move, stand, and live. And with awareness comes responsibility, because the earlier you intervene, the more strength, independence, and freedom you preserve. Let's begin with the most silent thief of strength: muscle loss. Starting as early as your 30s, your muscle mass begins to decline bit by bit, unnoticed. By the time you're in your 60s, you may have lost up to 40% without even realizing it. That moment when standing from a chair feels harder, or carrying a grocery bag leaves you winded, those are not signs of age, but signs of unattended muscle loss. Thankfully, it's reversible. Science confirms that even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, you can rebuild what was lost with the right kind of movement. Next is your nervous system, the messenger between your brain and your muscles. With age, those signals slow. You may lift your foot a little lower, hesitate before stepping, or feel a subtle wobble while turning. That delay can compromise balance and coordination. Yet nerves can be retrained. With daily practice, simple movements can restore speed and communication, improving steadiness. Even supporting strategies like elevating your legs at night or using cold compresses can ease inflammation and help your body recover more effectively. Then come your joints, which start to stiffen as cartilage thins and fluid dries. You feel it when stairs make your knees ache or when your morning steps feel creaky. This stiffness shortens your stride and shrinks your mobility, which in turn weakens your surrounding muscles. But motion is the medicine. Gentle exercises, even as simple as toe springing, reactivate the calf muscles, which not only support your legs but pump blood back toward your heart, reducing swelling and energizing tired limbs. The fourth culprit is poor circulation. As blood vessels age, they lose their elasticity and narrow, starving your muscles of oxygen and nutrients. your legs feel heavy, and walking becomes tiring. Even worse, recovery slows. But here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons to boost circulation. Seated leg raises, light walking, or gentle stretching are enough to stimulate blood flow and enhance muscle repair. Accessible and effective no matter your fitness level. Then there's your balance system, which becomes less reliable over time. The inner ear, joints, and muscles stop working together as seamlessly as they once did. You feel it as unsteadiness or a loss of confidence on uneven surfaces. This imbalance causes shorter, stiffer steps and avoids movements that build strength. But targeted balance exercises, even done with the support of a chair, can reactivate these systems. Practices like rebounding gently stimulate coordination and stability, helping you move with more freedom and less fear. Finally, there's the most surprising truth. Inactivity affects older adults faster. After 60, even a few days of rest, due to weather, illness, or a busy schedule, can shrink muscle size. The body adapts to inactivity quickly. That's why simple consistency matters more than intensity. A short daily routine can preserve what you've built and protect against decline. This is the design of nature. Muscles were made to serve you for life, but only if you keep them in use. These 6 reasons are not sentences, they are signals. Each one reveals where action is needed and how recovery is possible. The body speaks clearly. The question is, will you listen? No matter where you are in your journey, whether walking feels uncertain, stairs have become a challenge, or you've simply accepted weakness as part of growing older, this chapter is here to remind you. Your comeback is not only possible, it's within reach. And it doesn't require a gym membership, complicated machines, or exhausting workouts. Just consistency, creativity, and a willingness to try. These real-life stories show how ordinary people used simple, smart movements to rebuild the strength they thought they had lost forever. Let's begin with Martha, a 72-year-old who believed her leg weakness was a life sentence. That is, until a kind physical therapist introduced her to a concept she called stealth exercises. No gym, no equipment, just a chair and a little faith. Each morning, Martha did 3 gentle sit-to-stands before breakfast, using her kitchen counter for balance. At noon, she lifted her legs in place, seated marches, while watching her favorite cooking show. And before bed, she performed slow heel raises while brushing her teeth. Within just 4 weeks, Martha was rising from her sofa without effort, her energy renewed. What made the biggest difference? The tiny, consistent activations of her calf muscles, often called the body's second heart, that improved blood flow and reduced fatigue without her even breaking a sweat. Then there's Grandpa Joe, age 68. Joe never set foot in a gym, but that didn't stop him from becoming stronger than men half his age. His secret? Ninja movements. Every day, Joe disguised exercise as part of his routine. In the morning, he retrieved his newspaper using a slow, controlled squat, what he jokingly called the floor is lava move. At mealtime, he walked the long way around his home to sneak in more steps. And during TV commercials, he practiced balancing on one leg, steadying himself with the armrest of his recliner. To Joe, this wasn't a fitness program, it was living smarter. And it worked. Today, he gives piggyback rides to his granddaughter with ease, reminding everyone that strength is a choice, not a number. Finally, meet Sarah, 65, who had nearly given up after a knee replacement. She couldn't stand long without pain, and walking felt like a chore. But everything changed when she discovered the power of nighttime healing. Each evening, she took slow laps around her living room, imagining lampposts to guide her. In bed, she pressed her knees into a pillow for short holds to reactivate her thigh muscles gently. And just before sleep, she nourished her body with a small bowl of cottage cheese sprinkled with cinnamon, feeding her muscles with nighttime protein. After several months, Sarah found herself cooking dinner without needing to sit and rest. Her progress was so gradual, so subtle, that she almost missed it, until she realized she was living again, without the pain. These aren't fitness stories, they are freedom stories. Stories of reclaiming power, one small step at a time. Whether it's a chair, a newspaper, or a quiet evening ritual, your comeback doesn't start with a trainer. It starts with your willingness to move just a little more than yesterday. And when you do, your legs will respond. Because strength never truly leaves, it simply waits for you to return. The biggest risk of losing leg strength after 60 is not just physical difficulty, but also the quiet surrender of independence. It starts with small things, using one hand to get out of a chair, avoiding stairs, hesitating at the thought of walking without support. Over time, these small losses add up to something much bigger, dependence on others for the most basic tasks. But the truth is, this outcome is not set in stone. Leg weakness is not your fate, it is a warning. And like all warnings, it comes with a choice: ignore it or act. Your legs are the pillars of your freedom. They carry you to your nephew's hug, through the airport to new adventures, and through living rooms filled with memories. Healthy legs are the difference between observing life from afar or participating fully in it. They are the silent engines that power every moment of movement and independence. Taking care of your feet is taking care of your ability to live life on your own terms. So, let this be your promise to your future self. Every sit-up, every step, every stretch you choose today is an investment in the life you want tomorrow. This is not a challenge of age, it is a determination to be defined by age. The world may tell you that decline is inevitable, but your body tells a different story, a story of resilience, repair, and renewal. You have the power to surprise everyone, including yourself. Now is the time to rise, literally and figuratively. Stand up, step forward. Whether it is a walk around the room or a minute of balance, every effort is a sentence in your comeback story. Your strongest moments are not past. They are waiting to be written in the next chapters, chapters filled with strength, independence, and joy. If this message resonates, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, parent, or loved one who needs encouragement. Like the video, subscribe for more senior health tips, and become part of a growing community that believes in strength at every stage of life. Because your journey isn't over, it's just beginning. And what's next? You can take it